Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. And I know that a few of you ladies are gonna be mad at me whenever I say this, but I'm telling you what I wish somebody would have told me. You did not gain all that weight overnight. You did not do that. You did not just wake up 20, 30 pounds heavier. It was a poor choice after a poor choice, bad habit after bad habit. And then you wake up one day, you look in the mirror, you put on those jeans that you love, and they're feeling really tight. So keep that in mind whenever we think about Thanksgiving. You are not gonna eat one plate and it is just going to send your results out the window. I promise you it's not like that. I don't want you to think of your fitness journey like that. If you have a one-off moment, that is perfectly fine because we are in it for the long haul, and that's what creates sustainable change, and that's what gets you to your body goals. Hi ladies, if you are new here, I am Treasure. I am an online holistic based fitness coach, and I'm super excited for today's video. It is a topic that keeps coming up for a lot of my one-on-one girls as well as my followers on Instagram and TikTok, and it is Treasure. What are we doing for Thanksgiving? What is the strategy? What is happening? I don't know what to do. I want to become my body goals. I don't want to wait till January 1st. However, I am nervous. I have holiday parties, I have birthdays, and I have family events. What are we going to do? Well, today I'm going to be breaking down some food strategies, how to reduce food noise, as well as our Thanksgiving plan and how we're going to snap back so we can make sure that we are being our highest, most healthiest self, and we are not waiting until the new year in order to get this body right. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay, so before we get into our exact Thanksgiving strategy, I want us to go through habit building and mindset one-on-one. So whenever it comes to your fitness goals, you have to think about your fitness journey as in something that is going to be a little bit more long-term. I get a feel whenever people mention Thanksgiving and having anxiety around it, we're thinking a little bit more on the short-term side, and I want you guys to be realistic about your fitness journey. This is a journey of a lifetime. It's not something that you just get on, you get off. Seasons will change. Your schedule might be more busier in other season. Sometimes your fitness goal is to maintain, so you're naturally not as locked in. And I want you to accept that, and I want you to understand that that is perfectly normal. So whenever the holidays come around, we don't just stop and we don't just freeze. But at the same time, we don't restrict and we tell our grandma, oh no ma'am, we're not having that macaroni and cheese. We're not doing either. We are still showing up, but we're showing up as a different variation of our healthiest self. So let's talk about habit building. So the question, if I participate on, my man's holiday parties and I go to my uncle's cookout and I'm sharing all this gratitude with my family, would I lose my goals, right? No, the answer is always going to be no. These one-off scenarios are not going to hurt you as much as you think that they are. Your girl brought in the whiteboard. I literally just did this exercise with my dad 3 months ago, and I've been itching to do this on YouTube, so I'm super excited to share this. We have red as in bad. We have blue as in good. Let's talk about habit building. Let's say, and I'm gonna flip it whenever I'm done. Let's say during the week, I did not meal prep on Sunday, right? So the first couple days I'm over here, just eating Chipotle, whatever. Chipotle warriors, don't come at me. I don't care. You're not making the food at home, so you don't know technically what you're putting in your body. Therefore, it's probably not going to be the most productive thing for you to be eating on the consistent basis. Let's say that you end up going to drinks with friends Friday and Saturday, right? So we're going to count those as bad habits. Bear with me. And let's say that we skip the gym on Wednesday. Let's say that we also skip the gym on Monday. Thursday, we didn't hit our 10K steps. And then also we did binge eat because our man pissed us off on Friday. So that led to us binge eating. And then let's say that our partner came home with a box of chocolate because he loves us so much and he wants us to forgive him. So we're going to do an X, right? Here we have X's. X's stand for the negative things that we're doing in our fitness journey. Blue. I don't have a green marker, y'all, so don't judge me. So here we have blue for the good things. So we did get in a walk on Tuesday, so that's good. We did go to the gym on Wednesday, so that's good. We drank water all of Sunday, and we actually ended up going to yoga on Saturday. And even though we were late to meal prep, we did actually meal prep on Thursday, right? And yeah, so those are all the good things. I'm gonna flip this around so I can show you guys. This is our good and our bad habits. I'm gonna count up the tallies. For the bad tallies, because again, I use quotation bad because you're just living your life, right? However, for the sake of this exercise and this experiment, I just want you guys to just bear with me, hang with me here. So for the bad things we did throughout this week, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 bad habits. However, the good habits were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you see how whenever we look at the scale, our bad habits actually outweighed our good ones. It's important on your fitness journey that you have mostly good, or you're at least reaching equilibrium every single week, right? So for example, if I'm having an off area, I am sick. I'm sick as in I'm on my period, so I'm not going to be lifting. That's going to be the moment for me to really dive into low impact exercises, low impact cardio, lots of stretching, lots of herbal teas, really paying attention to my gut health. Yes, I have those cravings, but I'm going to get that healthy dark chocolate, and I'm not going to get the zebra cakes as much as I would like, right? You see how even though I wasn't perfect throughout that week, I still leaned into other healthy habits within that journey. That's how I want us to look at the holidays and Thanksgiving season, right? So we're obviously on Thursday. I don't know about y'all, but I'm eating everything. We'll get into my Thanksgiving strategy here in a second. So I'm not going to restrict. So therefore, I am going to make sure that Sunday, I get all greens. Mondays, I get all greens. Tuesday, all greens. Wednesday, I might slip off a little bit because I'm a little excited for Thanksgiving, and then I'm good, because your fitness journey is all about maintaining balance that is going to be useful for you within that certain time. My balance is going to look different for you. That's why I love coaching my one-on-one ladies, because everybody is different. Literally, every space body is different. Every lifestyle is different. I don't want you guys to feel like that influencer that you watch, that's the perfect routine. That's the routine I have to do. For example, I'm not a mom. As much as I talk about my kids all the time and I really want kids, I'm not a mom, right? So I do not have to experience, going to the school pickup and spending 2 hours trying to do that because the line is so long, right? However, for me, I am an entrepreneur. I am constantly wearing hats every single day. I don't work a traditional 9 to 5. I pretty much work every day. So therefore, my schedule is going to look a little different from a 9 to 5er. Whenever you have your healthy habits, and I encourage you guys to get this board so you can, one, have a proof log to celebrate yourself, but also understanding kind of where you lie on the scale. Most of my clients, typically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ooh, girl, they're killing it. We get around Friday, Saturday, Sunday, top of Sunday, we're not doing so well, right? So think about your habits that are like that. And the point that I also wanted to make with this exercise is, for me, use me as an example. I want you guys to judge me. For the most part, I am constantly waking up every morning, tuning in with my body, tuning in with my heart, and saying, how can I pour into myself health-wise? How can I pour into my business and my career? What sort of self-care thing can I do in order to elevate my mindset and make me feel good because I'm constantly working so hard, right? That's all I need. If I accomplish those 3 things for the day and I have at least one needle mover out of each category, I am good, right? So I live a lifestyle that does not look the same every day, but for the most part on my fitness journey, I hit my 10K steps. I don't go below 8K pretty much, right? I've been that consistent for the past 4 months. Whenever it comes to the weekends, non-negotiable, I don't care. I have got to go to the grocery store. If I don't go to the grocery store, that's going to lead to me not meal prepping. If I don't meal prep, it's going to lead to me doing this, lead to me doing that, right? So I have these non-negotiables in my life. I have my 4-day split at the gym, and I'm constantly trying to hit everything. And for the most part, I do a pretty good job. So for me and where I'm at with the amount of work I put into my fitness journey the past 8 years and the trial and error, I don't look at Thanksgiving as something that is scary because most of mine are in the green, especially if I know that I have a special event coming up, let's say vacation, right? So for you guys, I want you guys to take on fitness being a lifestyle instead of something where it's like, oh, I really want to fit into these jeans, or I have a vacation, I have a wedding. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready has always been my mantra. And I want you guys to take that on, because if you're not, then things like Thanksgiving are going to seem so scary to you, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing for all of my perfectionists out there is understanding that you have to give your body grace. You have got to give your body grace. Life is not always going to be sunshine and rainbows where we could just be in our routines, in our fitness bags, and locked in every season. I want you to understand that this is a season where I want you to spend time with your loved ones. I want you to get that apple pie. I want you to enjoy the holidays because it's such a blissful time. It's an exciting time to eat those comfort foods, but of course, making sure that you have your non-negotiables and you have your limits, right? Now let's dive specifically into our eating strategy for things. Let's talk about a plan. Without a plan, you have no direction. Without a direction, you will never get to your destination. I want y'all to hear that. I live by that, right? So I am a type A person, in case you guys haven't noticed, and it serves me in certain areas of my life. And this is one of them that I'm very thankful for, right? If you do not have a Thanksgiving plan or any sort of bounce back plan going into, this season, then ultimately your fitness journey is just going to slip in between your fingertips. And next thing you know, you're going to wake up and be like, damn, I haven't been to the gym in 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, right? Because life will pass you by. So we have to stay on top of things. Let's talk about the before. This video is being released on Sunday. So that means that this is the perfect time for you guys to plan out your week. If you haven't already, I want you to go and grocery shop leading up all the way until Thursday. So Wednesday night. And then at the top of Friday morning, I want you to have all of your meals prepped. Grocery shopping is going to be 80% of your results. I scream this all the time because that was the case for me, and it's the case for literally everyone. You cannot outwork a bad diet. So go ahead and grocery shop. The second pillar is organizing your split that's going to be useful for you. For me, I'm not going to the gym on Thanksgiving. I'm just not. So for this week, I will be doing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? That's going to be where I'm going to complete my 4-day split. And then also understanding steps. I am probably going to be able to hit my 8 to 10K steps simply because I'm not traveling this year. If you are traveling this year, this might be an area where you're gonna need a little bit more help. This is where home workouts are gonna be very advantageous for you and where you are at. Figure out your movement for the week. Figure out meals. That is the base level things I want you guys to do. Anything beyond that is just extra. Making sure you're keeping up with your supplement routine. Making sure you're practicing nervous system regulation. If you are, heading the whole, Thanksgiving rollout with all the food, I want you to take moments where you are sitting with your body and you're breathing and you're releasing that cortisol, right? Making sure that you are doing that will be super, super important. Making sure that you are taking care of yourself and reducing as much stress as possible will be super important. But those are the 2 things I want you to focus on and prepare now. Let's talk about Thanksgiving Day. We go in to Thanksgiving Day with a plan in mind. I'll tell you guys what my plan is and what I've been telling most of my ladies. I have a 2-plate rule. My first plate at Thanksgiving will always be a pretty hefty plate. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am an intermittent faster, so it's actually pretty easy for me to just fast until 2 p.m., 3 p.m. because I naturally fast until 12:30 every day, right? So that's my plan. However, if you're not a faster and you're not used to it, please do not use this tip for the sake of limiting calories. Don't do that. What I want you to focus on is eating a high protein breakfast before you get to your Thanksgiving destination you start eating. So that is where eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken apple sausage, chia seeds, chia pudding, whatever you need to do, make sure to eat your high protein Thanksgiving breakfast. Or if you like me and you are a faster, go ahead and feel free to fast. Getting back on track here, you have your first plate. My first plate is always going to be a sampler of almost anything that I find appealing, right? So you put it all on a plate and it's just one scoop of each. It's literally just a spoonful. Then I want you to sit, eat it, drink lots of water, right? Your body takes a minute to understand hunger cues and being full. And so making sure that you are chewing your food and you are properly digesting it with water and all of that fun stuff. Use all the tricks of the trade and then sit for 15 to 20 minutes. I know we want to go back. We're like, oh, I like them yams. I know, but sit, because again, those hunger cues, I want you to feel your body say, hey, I'm hungry, but I do have a taste for this. My second plate, my non-negotiable is I have a 2-plate minimum. Then I go, and that's whenever I get the things that I loved, where I was like, oh, I really want to indulge. So after those 20 minutes, I will go and I'll get, typically it's Cornish hen, macaroni and cheese, stuffing, like the staples. Those are personally always going to be my favorite at Thanksgiving dinner. I eat that and then I chill out and I hang out. And if I'm hungry the next couple of hours, I will get a slice of dessert, right? This is where things get tricky for people, okay? After you have your plate and you eat, I want you to relax, enjoy time with family. However, if you're hosting Thanksgiving, this might be an issue. But where a lot of women mess up is we will eat the Thanksgiving food days and days and days later. Thanksgiving food is comfort food. It was made with so much love, and with that love comes an excess amount of calories, honey. So I'm sorry, I know you don't want to hear that, but you have got to. Let's not bring it to go plate, right? If you're hosting it, give it all away, because guess what? Friday, we are back on track like nothing happened. If you didn't complete your split, now's the time to complete your split. If you didn't hit your 10K steps, now is the time to complete your 10K steps. And of course, you have your holiday weekend and you need to grocery shop and start it back over again, right? I made a video a while ago on Instagram and someone said, Treasure, what do you do to get back on track? Or what do you do whenever you fall off? Simple as I get back on track. Like, I act like nothing ever happened. You have to do Thanksgiving like that. So for me, I will have a little to-go plate of something that I know I can't make myself. For example, probably gonna have some African food, some Liberian food this year. I don't know how to make it, so I will be packing a plate. Most likely we'll put it in a to-go container and freeze it. So whenever I am ready to have it again, it could be available for me. However, you need to have that same approach with yourself where are your boundaries at? What promises will you keep to yourself? Because this is how people fall off during the holidays, is because one poor decision leads to another poor choice, and then another poor choice, and then you're like, oh, let me just wait until January 1st because I already did it. Don't do that, right? Come in with a plan with your non-negotiables, right? You get back on track. One thing I didn't mention earlier, if you are someone that is traveling, because I know a lot of you are probably traveling, I'm not really sure, especially with the shutdown. I'm not sure what you guys' plans are, but make sure you prep before. So this is where delivery services could be really helpful. Like if you have to have groceries delivered to your house whenever you come back, that's why I keep Walmart delivery on me, even though I shop at Aldi's, that's important. A meal delivery service, those are really popular. I've been using Hungry Root. They're a grocery delivery service. They help, kind of customize a grocery list tailored to your liking. So I like places like that in order to make sure I'm on top of it. But if you are traveling, do what I'm doing, completing your split, completing your movement before, and prepping yourself for success. If you have no plan, you have no direction. If you have no direction, you will not get to your destination. Okay, my loves, I had so much fun spending time with you guys. If you made it this far in the video, I love you so much and thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was lots of fun. I pray that you have safe travels if you're traveling this Thanksgiving, and if you are staying where you are at, you are staying home, I pray that it is filled with so much love and joy, and this is really the kickstart to the holiday season, so I pray that you guys are able to spend it with your loved ones. You guys are literally my girls. I have some special announcements for you guys, so please try to keep a secret. We are tiny but mighty here in this community, so I don't mind telling you guys. It is about to be my 1-year anniversary for my business, my baby, Fine Babe Fitness, and I'm super excited. I just can't believe that we made it. We're a year in, y'all, and I'm super excited. And because of that, I actually have some fun, exciting news to share after Thanksgiving, and I'll be sure to put that in the YouTube community, and I'm also making a little bit of a video about it. So please make sure that you are subscribed and you're keeping up with me on socials outside of YouTube, like Instagram. I'm very active there. I would love for you guys to see the news, but really exciting stuff. And if you are interested in coaching, I have something special for you, girl. Just wait, okay? But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to subscribe. Hey, bye.